Hey everyone, we're extremely sad to have missed D23, but we've been working very hard on the next Deadpool film for a good long while now.
I've had to really search my soul on this one.
His first appearance in the MCU obviously needs to feel special. We need to stay true to the character, find new depth, new motivation, new meaning.
Every Deadpool needs to stand out and stand apart. It's been an incredible challenge that has forced me to reach down deep inside.
And I have nothing. Yeah, just completely empty up here and terrifying. But we did have one idea. Hey Hugh, you want to play Wolverine one more time?
Yeah, sure, Ryan.
Hi.
Hi. How are you?
You have questions.
Yes. I had a lot of questions. I'm sure you had a lot of questions, but rest assured, we're going to answer them right now. Like, for example, how is Wolverine alive after Logan?
Logan takes place in 2029, totally separate thing. Logan died in Logan, not touching that. What actually happens in our film is these two get out there and he's like, and I'm chasing him all over the place.
You put the boom boom into my heart. You send my soul sky high when your loving thoughts. Jitterbug into my brain. It goes to bang 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 till my feet do the same. But something's bugging, something ain't right. My best friend told me what you did last night. Left me sleeping in my bed. I was dreaming, but I should have been with you instead.
Thank you, Kevin Feige.
Love you, Kevin Feige. Thank you, MCU.
Wake me up before you go. Don't leave me hanging on like a yo-yo. Wake me up.
In today's movie preview, we talk about the probably most popular anti-hero of our time, Deadpool, who is about to embark on his third movie adventure. In this video, we will give you an insight into the potential plot, the cast, and the production. So stay tuned and have fun with our new original episode. Although filming has not started yet, there is countless speculation about what the storyline could turn out to be. Well, at least that's been true for the last few weeks, with lead actor Reynolds raising the promo for the film to a new level in late September. In an at-first remarkable video, the actor ironically talks about how many thoughts he had about Deadpool 3. In the background, Hugh Jackman eventually walks through the screen and has announced that he will indeed return to his legendary role as Wolverine. As they sit on the couch together in a different video, they promise to answer many open fan questions. This gives us a clear idea of the direction the plot will take. After all, the surprise appearance of Wolverine also changes the speculations regarding the film's storyline. So first, let's begin with Jackman's role and the part his character could take. With Wolverine and Deadpool, two entirely contrasting characters are going to meet. While one is a goofy anti-hero as well as a brutal mercenary, the other is a rather grim but loyal fighter with his heart in the right place. Still, both could be said to have a somewhat hot temper. Let's get to the first aspect of Wolverine's story. Actually, he already died in his last movie, Logan, released in 2017, where he made his supposedly last appearance. However, you also have to keep in mind that this movie was set in 2029. The Deadpool franchise, though, is set in the present, and therefore an appearance of the superhero is easily achievable. A very obvious hint as to how exactly the two will meet was posted by Reynolds himself on Twitter a while back. There, he claimed that Deadpool 3 was meant to be a road movie in the style of Rashomon, with the two main characters before Disney's acquisition of Fox. Rashomon is a 1950 Japanese thriller made by the iconic director Akira Kurosawa. It tells the story of a samurai's murder from the perspective of several people, and depending on the point of view, the story differs, in some cases, significantly. Thus, one story would likely have been told from Deadpool's point of view, and the other from Wolverine's during a road trip. Some people believe that the road movie is still in the works, and that the two lead characters are going on a road trip from the Fox universe to the MCU, so to speak. After all, neither character has been featured there yet. Cameos from various characters from the X-Men and Fantastic Four franchises could likewise be involved. Deadpool may also hunt down various X-Men characters and kill all the superheroes in order to, well, clean up the partially confusing timeline of the X-Men universe. Evidence that Deadpool is quite capable of wiping out an entire universe already exists in the comics. In 2011, author Cullen Bunn published a 4-issue miniseries titled Deadpool Kills the Marvel Universe. In the first part, Deadpool is forcefully admitted to the Ravencroft Institute by the X-Men to receive treatment for his mental illness. His doctor, however, is none other than Psycho Man, who is known for brainwashing his patients. Yet he commits a fatal mistake, as instead of freeing Deadpool from his inner voice, he merely replaces it with a new one that permanently urges him to eliminate absolutely everything and everyone. No sooner said than done. Not only does he kill Psycho Man, but also the entire Fantastic Four. In the following parts, he also deals with Spider-Man, whom he coldly murders by shooting him in the head. The assembled Avengers debate on how to proceed, but Deadpool quickly blows up the Avengers Tower, killing the majority of the heroes. Spider-Man's mourning loved ones eventually hire Taskmaster and order him to kill Wade Wilson, aka Deadpool. Oh, by the way, Wolverine appears in the comics as well. He, along with all the other heroes, also falls victim to Deadpool and is decapitated. After further countless deaths and an appearance of the Puppet Master, the comic reaches its end in a scene where Deadpool confronts the comic's writers. He finally turns to the readers to inform them he will find them soon enough as well. A pretty freaky, but definitely not unrealistic idea for Deadpool 3. What do you think of the concept of Deadpool, in contrast to the comic book, causing a huge massacre among the X-Men and then fleeing with Wolverine into the MCU? Or do you guys think Deadpool and Wolverine's transition into the MCU will be entirely different, perhaps in such a way that the two might even fight each other? Feel free to drop us a line in the comments. In fact, Deadpool's transition into the MCU should be an easy one for those in charge at Marvel, no matter what it ends up being. Since the character often breaks the fourth wall and speaks to the audience, there is a certain meta level in the film series that makes just about anything possible. Deadpool could likely even get away with looking into the camera right at the beginning and saying, "I'm part of the MCU now." That would perhaps be a bit trite, but it helps to keep in mind that just about anything is viable in the Deadpool franchise, no matter how absurd it may seem at first. At least as important for a Deadpool movie as a crazy spectacular story is the R rating. So far, the 2 Deadpool movies from 20th Century Fox have been characterized by badass action and black humor. They have always been given the infamous R rating in the US, which forbids viewing by anyone under 18. After Disney's acquisition of Fox, many fans feared that Deadpool would fall victim to censorship by Disney. After all, the family-friendly corporation has a reputation for not distributing excessively violent or adult films under its name. The big relief for fans of adult action came from Disney boss Bob Iger, as well as Marvel boss Kevin Feige. Both have confirmed in the past that they will not back away from violence and humor in the third installment, which automatically means that Deadpool 3 will become the first R-rated MCU movie. Feige describes Deadpool as a completely different character compared to other MCU superheroes, thus justifying the R rating exception. The chemistry between Deadpool and Wolverine on the one hand, and the usual brutality on the other hand, let us hope for a promising third part, and we are eager to see which plot the responsible parties will opt for in the end. For more news on this subject, we suggest you check out our weekly news format on our channel. As for the cast, 2 people have stood out so far, Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman. Not only are the 2 per se already quite popular actors in Hollywood, but they also perform their roles as Deadpool and Wolverine at their best. Ryan Reynolds is more or less the embodiment of his character Deadpool, and in addition to the film series, he is known for films such as Free Guy and Six Underground. Hugh Jackman already has a noticeably larger filmography to his name and has also played many famous roles, such as in Christopher Nolan's The Prestige and in Les Miserables, where he played the part of Jean Valjean. Indeed, Deadpool and Wolverine are almost the only confirmed characters who will make an appearance in Deadpool 3. Merely Leslie Uggams as Wade's roommate, Blind Al, has been officially announced so far. Appearances of Zazie Beetz as Domino or Josh Brolin as Cable seem to be quite feasible again, but sadly, official information is still missing. Both Beetz and Rob Delaney, who played Peter, have at least publicly expressed their interest in returning. Let's now turn our attention to the production of Deadpool 3. For a long time, it was actually not known whether there will be a Deadpool sequel by Disney at all, and whether this will then also take place in the MCU. Then, in December 2019, Reynolds himself announced that a third Deadpool movie was in the works with the whole crew at Marvel Studios. In October 2020, the active search for more screenwriters began, which concluded with the signing of Wendy Molyneux and Lizzie Molyneux-Logolin. They were later succeeded by Rhett Reese and Paul Wernick, who were in charge of the present version of the script, with the constant contribution of Ryan Reynolds. Sean Levy will direct Deadpool 3. The 54-year-old Canadian has already directed movies such as Free Guy, The Adam Project, and Night at the Museum, and was also involved in Stranger Things. In addition to Kevin Feige, Ryan Reynolds, who was involved in many behind-the-scenes processes, is also acting as producer. Shooting, which originally should have started this year, will then kick off in Vancouver in January 2023, and the theatrical release of Deadpool 3 is scheduled for November 8th, 2024. That was our original for this week. Did you enjoy the preview? And what are your expectations for the third Deadpool movie? Let us know in the comments. And be sure to subscribe and give the video a thumbs up if you liked it. See you next time.